Hello everybody, back again for some more stuff, and today I'm gonna be driving, but this one's gonna be relatively short, I think. Also it's warm in here. I gotta turn on the AC. Guys. Okay. So at the request of the roommates, and so basically, Cammy's roommates, they said, Batpeg, you must review, this is how they said it too, they said you must review the, sorry, my mom was driving, bye! My mom is driving away from the house at the same time as me, so she just waved at me. They said you must review the Dr. Pepper Blackberry, because I have a lot of Dr. Pepper. And I like blackberries. And I said, I'm not going to do that on the PEGCAST. I'm just going to do a Thursday review. And then I confided in Cammy. I said, that means I'm going to need one more joke about Thursday. And then I said I would maybe make a Feliz Jueves joke. But, like, that wouldn't be funny to anybody except me and, like, Linus on a good day, you know? Like, I don't even know if Linus would find Feliz Jueves funny. But the point is, I've told you about this, so clearly I'm not going to do it. I don't think it's funny anymore. In the moment I said, oh, I'll do that. I don't think so. But then I drank it in the car. I drank like half of it in the car. So that was a little bit of a fumble. I just like did it without thinking, because Cammy was like talking about how she wondered if like we would like it or not. And so I drank it, and then I was like, oh shoot, I had some. I can't do the Thursday review anymore, really. Because I would want my authentic first experience with it, you know? So, also, if I sound like I'm sad, I'm not. I just, like, there's not that much energy in my voice right now. I've had a lazy day so far, so it's been good. I'm feeling good, but, yeah. So, yeah, the gist is I can't do a Thursday review, but I am gonna talk about it on the PEGCAST. I'm gonna leave you hanging on that cliff about it too, because first things first, I gotta go to CVS. And the reason for that is I have no body wash. And I need some. I need body wash, guys. So that's what I'm off to do. And then I'm going to tell you about this. Actually, why don't I tell you about the Dr. Pepper Blackberry when I park? I'll just do it then. Maybe I'll even, like, record myself in the car. Oh my gosh, wait, that would be so fun. It's going to cut away. It's going to be a normal PEGCAST. I won't tell anybody. And then, this is interesting because it's, like, on a Monday, so that's why the review sucks. Oh, wait, I'm going to pull up next to my mom. We're just going to go to CVS together. Wait, I'm going to make fun of her because she parked really bad.
I started coming over and I was like...
Dude, I'm going to hit your car.
Oh, well, you're fine.
You parked terrible.
Whatever. Should I get some more shampoo for the house, too?
Hey, guys. What's up? Here's my Dr. Pepper Blackberry. So I read online from a bunch of people. I was reading what they thought of it before I had some. And some people were like, this is so good. I love it. Love it. Some people were like, it's too sweet. And some people were like, I love it. It's so sweet. And some people were like, it tastes like chemicals. And you would find just conflicting info everywhere. So I had to drink it for myself, you know. And it sure is sweet. It tastes... Is that guy on a one wheel? That guy's on a one wheel. That guy's on a one wheel. It tastes like if you melted candy. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like if you melted a blackberry candy. I don't think it's very good. Because I'm looking for more tang when I'm drinking something delectable. And Dr. Pepper is already sweet, and this is like they just put a syrup in it. So that's a little much. Here's the deal. When we went, we bought some stuff. We bought 9 Lives wet cat food because I have cat food in the back of my car and like a box in case I see a stray cat that's injured or something. And I checked how old the food is. Some of it expired in 2017. That's before this car was mine by quite a bit. So I also got this. I needed some body wash because I'm out of it. I also got these treats because I don't have any treats in my bag at the moment, and I normally carry cat treats. And then we got this for fun. We got Laffy Taffy for fun, guys. And it's Laffy Taffy candy fruit combos flavors 2 in 1. 2 flavors in 1, guys. So I thought I would eat one. This one is the mango passion fruit one. What's worse than finding a worm on your apple? Finding half a worm. Ah, ha, 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 ha. That means you've eaten the other half. What kind of trees like to give high fives, guys? It's palm trees! It's palm trees, like the palm of your hand. Let's try a candy. So, oh no, please open. Oh no. Oh no. It doesn't open very good. Oh wait, no, it's opening, it's opening, it's opening. It's opening, guys. It's opening. It's opening. Oh no, it's not opening very good. Oh, it's opening, it's opening, it's opening. Okay. Check it out. Our trash can right here. Oh wow, I really look like a horse. Hold on. Hey guys, I finished eating it. That's delicious. It's a Laffy Taffy. Of course it's delicious. Right, guys? But yeah, the Dr. Pepper is way too sweet. It just tastes like they pumped sugar into it. Or not sugar. They pumped syrup into it. And honestly, it was maybe even a little bit better the day that we opened it. It's been a couple days now, and it's just been sitting in the fridge. It tastes even more like syrup. And that concerns me because it makes me feel like maybe they separate, and that would make you have to like shake it up to make them really like combine, you know, because the syrup would go to the bottom, but you can't shake it because it's carbonated. So I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of this, guys. I don't know what to make of this. Hey guys, it's hot. I gotta turn on the car. So you got the review. That's what's up. Now I gotta go to my college. So this weekend I watched Genesis with my girlfriend Camelia, who, you know, I like want to cry when I think about the fact that she watched it with me, because it was so sweet of her to do. It was just so caring and kind and lovely, because she knows how much it meant to me. She knows how much it meant to me. Guys, I want to eat another Laffy Taffy right now. The problem being, if I do that, I won't be able to speak. I'll be speechless, guys. And not from shock. I'll be speechless from gummy candy in my mouth. This girl looks really excited. It's a little girl with her dad. She just came out of the CVS. I don't know what she has, but she looks hyped about it. She's holding like a little box. I really can't tell what it is. Like at all, I can't tell what it is. Like it's not a shape where you can like discern, you know. Like, it could be a candy, it could be a makeup, it could be a toy. Like, it could be freaking anything when it's this shaped box. Okay. Yeah, so Cammy and I watched Genesis together, and Mango lost, which was a shame, because, like, really, like, it was very exciting. When we went to bed on Saturday, the bracket was looking such that I think Mango was a real favorite to win. I think Mango was, like, a real likely, like, if you had to bet, Mango his chances were looking great, except for the fact that he's, like, not fully in practice, but his bracket was looking good. He was gonna play Triff, and then if he wins, he plays Wizzy, and then he's in grand finals, and presumably he meets, presumably he meets Cody Schwab in finals? Question mark? Cody or, I think it's Cody or Moki in grands then, is what you would expect, right? I'm not exactly sure, but I think that's right. Point is, like, there was no one left in the tournament that really was supposed to beat Mango, I think, except for maybe H-Box is supposed to beat Mango right now. But Mango lost and then had to play H-Box, so that was a bummer. But here's the deal. I was texting my dad about the tournament as it was happening, because he was kind of watching it too. So that was super fun. And I watched Rivals in the morning, Rivals of Ether 2, and I didn't even think I was going to end up watching. But then Plup was in Winners Finals. So I went back and looked at all the Plup matches that were live streamed from the previous day. I looked through the entire VOD. I clicked on every single match. Only 2 of Plup's matches were streamed. They were streaming only top Rivals of Ether 2 players, POVs, and not, or top Rivals of Ether 1 players, sorry, not, Plup. And then Plup ends up in Winners Finals against Cake Assault. So I watched that in the morning. Plup dumpsters him, okay? Plup dumpsters him, and it was awesome. It was so cool. But then, actually, it goes Game 5, and then Plup dumpsters him in Game 5 after, 2 super close games. So it was just so sick. It was so awesome. I had so much fun. And then they play again in Grands. Plup wins. Hooray. Cammy and I get together. We make, she saw the grand finals, I guess, but we were really more focused on, lunch, I think, at that point. So she makes lunch. Well, she was more focused on lunch. I was focused on watching Plup. I had leftovers. I had leftover fried udon, and she had, also, guys, I didn't say this, but literally, you guys probably remember I was talking about, how I was really worried about how I did on my comps exam last time. I, exited the car, opened my phone, and saw that I had an email. So, during the PEGCAST, while I'm talking about how terrified I am about, what I got on my comps exam, I got my answer back, and I passed, and I not only passed, I passed with distinction. So I got 85%. And what's so exciting about that is I didn't study to get 85%. And when I told that to my grandmother, she was like, "Oh, you're always putting yourself down." And I was like, no. It's a test on all of psychology at the school, right? And I didn't take every class, so I don't know everything there is. And in addition, some of this was just a long time ago, and I didn't study it. The only stuff I studied was stats and methods, which was the hardest part of the test. And I definitely needed to study that, but it's the only part I studied. So, I definitely didn't expect to get 85% overall. I got 75% on the stats and methods portion and 88% on everything else, which I called fundamentals. And it all equaled out to getting 85%, which was so cool. So I got distinction, which is pretty awesome. And there's this other girl that I met. Oh, the girl that I turned around and looked at, and we were like, "God, this is hard." That I was telling you about last time. She studied so much more than me. I went to all the study sessions with everyone, and I studied outside with Cammy once for one weekend, and the only stuff I studied was people's names, basically. I technically also went over stats once, but it was a Quizlet that we went over together, too. And I know she went over that Quizlet. And so, we went over the Quizlet together, and that's all I did. So I did one like set of Quizlets that was for the stats portion, and then other than that, it was just names of people. There were no names of people on the test. And then Camille, after every study session, would go study in the library for like way more, you know. And this is nothing against Camille. She just like she figured out what works for her, and she's on the grind, you know. I'm a big Camille fan. She seems very fun and funny. But dude, she was like, she did not score very highly. I think she got like a 70%. Or like, I know she got below 75 overall. And I know that she passed, okay? So that's not a concern. But she was studying way more. And it's just like reinstated my confidence, I think, that I'm actually pretty good at this stuff. Because, you know, I listen. Oh, that's smart. Oh, I'm driving past I'm not driving past. I got stopped at a red light at a Prius. And that Prius has stickers on the bottom that say car anti-theft installed. I should get something like that. For like I should get like on the bottom I should write like catalytic converter alarm installed. You know? Or I should get a sticker that says that. Because people be stealing it. People be stealing the catalytic converter. People be stealing those. I lost mine twice. But point is, I'm pretty good, dude. I'm pretty sick. I'm pretty good at this whole learning stuff from people lecturing to me thing. I struggle to read, but I'm very good at learning, I think. And it's just nice to have that confidence reinstated. It also means that within a 24-hour span, I heard that I got into my top choice grad school and then learned that I graduated with distinction back to back. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, Cammy and I were going to watch Genesis. We get together and we watched Aura versus Wizrobe, which was a crazy match because Aura was like popping off. He was so excited. He was like, oh my god, I'm going to make it. Like, I'm going to get top 8 winners side. And then he lost. So that was a bit of a heartbreaker, but Aura was like popping off and was like so riddled with emotion. Like, it was amazing. Like when Aura won 2 games, I think he started crying because he was like so excited. And I couldn't help it. Like I was crying too, dude. Because I'm watching such a raw emotion. And when they announced there's a new Rivals of Ether 2 trailer for a new character, they did like a cool fake out. Right? So they like pan down and it's Hodon, and I'm like, oh my god, it's Hodon! Like, that's exciting because he was in Rivals of Ether 1 at the very end, but I didn't know who he was. He's like this big, like, monkey, abominable snowman type guy. And I don't know him, so I was like excited that he'd be in Rivals 2 so I could learn more about him. But then it pans around and it switches to Obsa, who's like a fan favorite. Like, people want Obsa in the game. And I was like, oh my god, it's Obsa, that's so crazy. Like, you know, this was kind of what people expected, I think, was Obsa. But it was cool because they, like, did the bait and switch with Hodon. And then it switches again, and it's Olympia! And it was crazy. And I was like, oh, it's Olympia! And everybody's like, oh! And then they show Olympia footage, and everyone's like, yeah! And it was so cool, dude. And Olympia looks so cool. She has this move, which I think is her up tilt, where she, like, stomps on the floor. And it just looks so awesome. It looks so cool. But, so I'm just pretty excited, you know? Like, the game is looking like it's going to be pretty healthy. And I'm excited to play. And the tournament was awesome. So, then, oh, there's a cat! Meow! 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 He walked outside. Oh, hello, cat. Wow. I wish I could stop and get out of my car and give him a treat, but I can't. I'm in the left turn lane to get on the highway. And the cat is just walking around in the little neighborhood. Is this guy trying to get over? He's looking at me like he is. He's not. Okay. Oh, I keep getting stuck at the... Oh, that was almost a car crash. That was really almost a car crash. That was really, really almost a car crash. They honked and got out of the way. That was well done. But yeah, so... Oh, by the way, guys, that Nivea men body wash I got, it says 3-in-1 body wash. That just means face, body, and hair. I don't even have hair. I just need the body wash. So you can't be mad at me for getting 3-in-1. Also, this one says that it's maximum hydration. And I went with the one that said that it would hydrate me the hardest. Because, like, you know, I'm giving it a smell. It's smelling. So yeah, because I ran out of body wash at college, and at college, and oh, that guy's a wiener. He was in the left turn only lane, like even more left turn than I was in, and he drove super fast to cut me off and not turn left. And now I'm stuck at the red light. And now I'm at the green light. Yes! But yeah, so Cammy and I... Whoa! They're making a big honk! Cammy and I are watching Genesis together. I'm emotional because she's watching it with me. I'm emotional because it's so cool to see this trailer and everyone's so excited about it. I'm emotional because I'm watching Aura play with such emotion, play with such, like, love for the game and excitement about the prospect of, like, getting top 8. You know, it's a beautiful thing, and I'm very, very emotional. And it was so fun. And then, you know, Sunday for top 8 was awesome. Because as we're watching Mango play, right, there are, like, some close moments where we're, like, I'm on the edge of my seat, and I look over at Cammy, and she's on the edge of her seat. And just, like, that was truly just an unbelievable experience to just have that. You know, like, I love her so much, and the fact that she is having fun watching this with me, and I'm not forcing her to do it like I felt like I might be, like, it's just it was so beautiful. It was so wonderful. So, like, there was a moment where, I think it was in Mango Cody, where Cody hits Mango with a back air, and, like, this back air is never gonna kill, so it's, like, fine, you know, it sends him to the other side of the stage, but it's not like a scared moment, it's just like you're still tense when you see it happen, you're like, no, like, he got hit. But Cammy, like, doesn't know, so all she knows is he's really hyper sent, and he just got hit, so she goes, like, and, like, lurches forward, and I looked at it, and, like, I didn't make fun of her in the moment for it, because, you know, we were both super tense, but I looked at that, and it just, like, filled me with joy, because, you know, like, when we both lurch forward, I'm super stressed, but that's not a moment where I would lurch forward, because I know there's no chance of, dude, this lady just, like, what the heck, I was gonna merge into her lane, and I was, like, halfway in it, and then she started speeding up at me, so I had to, like, jump back into my lane, as to not get literally hit. That was weird, dude. Why would she do that? I just gotta get over one more. And here's my chance! Yay, I did it. Okay. But, you know, usually, like, if there's a tense moment, we both lurch forward. And I'm really stressed out, and we're both like, oh my god, like, what's gonna happen? But in this one, Cammy lurched forward and I didn't, because she has less information about the game than I do. Like, she just doesn't know it as well. So she thinks this is scary, but I'm not as stressed out as her. So I fully just got to watch her be stressed in that moment about it. And it was so wonderful. Because I was just like, wow, like, she is into it. Like, she's having fun. She's like, you know, she's with me on this. Like, she's having a great time. And it was so amazing. And when Mango beat Cody, I think Cammy didn't realize, like, I don't think Cammy knew that Mango like, usually beats Cody, And also didn't know that, like, based on the way that they had both been playing, I think Mango was favored that day. It's like, they're both playing pretty bad, but when Mango and Cody both play bad, my money's on Mango to win. Just because, like, I don't know, I feel like Mango kind of dumpsters Cody unless Cody's really on it. But when he's on it, it's, like, really hard. And that's just the way that Cody plays, I think. Is like, if he's really on it, he just wins, you know? And that's not to say that Mango couldn't beat him in that state. It's just, like, if they're both not playing the best, then yeah. But Cammy can't identify when they're playing bad. Nor does she know this, like, history. Or like, understand how the game is gonna flow. So she doesn't know this. So she seemed like she was, like, sad when it was Cody against Mango. And I don't know, actually, if that's true. Or if she was just, like, really tired. Or, like, if she was, like... I don't know. But it felt like she expected Cody to win. And when Mango won, she was, like, really excited. She was, like, excited. She was, like, popping off with me a little bit, you know? And it was just so wonderful. I hope you can hear my smile, guys. Because this was truly, like a once-in-a-lifetime beautiful weekend for me. And Mango lost to HBox. It was sad. But it was Triff and Wizzy in Winners Finals. So that was, like, crazy. And then Triff wins. So it's Triff in Winners Side Grands. And it ends up with HBox and Wizzy in Losers Finals. And then HBox and Triff in Grands. So Cammy gets to experience just, like, the slowest, most grueling melee of all time, right? And she's like, this is boring. And it just made me happy. She's like, this sucks, dude. Like, it's two floaties. You know? And it's just so funny to see her say that, because it's not like, you know, like, I'm so ingrained in the community that I see two floaties and I'm like, yep, this is going to be a slow one. But I would never say, like, this is boring, because I have a lot of respect for them. And because I think that, like, narrative that it's straight boring and it's not worth watching, like, takes away from a lot of cool storylines and takes away from, it's, like, bad for the community, I think, if people that are deep in the community feel that way. But hearing Cammy said this reminded me that it's just true. It's so lame, dude. It was like 8-minute games of Jigglypuff just doing back air against Peach, who was just doing turnip and nair. And, like, dude, like, at some point, it's just boring. So it was really funny to hear Cammy say that, because I was like, dude, you're right. Like, this sucks. But I actually really enjoyed it. I really liked the set. And it was a crazy beautiful moment, too, because Hungrybox, like, he hasn't won in so long, and he's felt like he can't do it. I felt like he couldn't do it. Like, I had counted him out for playing against Wizzy, but he somehow clinches the win, right? And when he does this, he gets his chance against Triff, and as he's beating Triff in the final game of the set, as he's winning, he starts to cry. And he's, like, sobbing while playing. And this is fine for him because, like, you know, there's a lot of time. There's a lot of a lull because it's two, like, floaty, kind of slow-paced characters. And because it's these characters, there's a lot of, like, downtime. So, like, one will hit the other and they'll fly away. And then it'll take a little bit. And there's that. And then also just that, like, a lead is really hard to come back against, right? So when Hungrybox goes up a stock, he gets to think, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm really gonna win Genesis. Like, I'm about to prove that I can still do it, and that I'm a major winner, and I'm gonna do it at Genesis, the most important tournament of the year, right? And it's this huge emotional moment, and as Hungrybox starts to realize this, he just starts to cry, and he's crying on stage while playing this grand final set. And he's just destroying Triff, to be honest, in the last game. I think Triff, after he lost the lead, like, kind of knew. I think he knew it was over. And HBox just, like, he just starts to cry harder and harder, and then he loses a stock, and he's like, you have to, like, you can see him in the little player camera, like, yelling at himself, like, you gotta close this out, it's not over, like, lock in. And then he extends the lead far enough that it's basically unlosable, and he just, like, can't hold it back anymore, and he's sobbing, you know? Then, you know, he wins the game because Triff, like, falls off. He leaves. He, like, forfeits, basically, because it's literally impossible to make a comeback at that point. Truly, Hungrybox would have to, like, give him the game intentionally, I think, in order to lose. But it was just over. And Hungrybox, like, slips out of his chair, and he's just, like, crying on the floor, head in his hands, like, so happy that he did it, you know? Because he really felt, and I thought too, and so did most other people, I think, we all thought that he would never do it again. Like, it's clear that he's very, very good. It's clear that he's, like, the second best player of all time. But, well, I guess that's not clear, but I feel that way. But, like, he's in that spot, but it feels like he would never, ever win again. Like, because Zayn will always beat him, Cody will almost always beat him, Wizzy will almost always beat him. Like, Moki was getting better at beating him every time, you know? So, like, it just felt like it was impossible. So for him to actually pull through truly is insane. Like, it's a beautiful storyline. And just seeing this and everyone's so happy, even though it was like a grueling set. And I think that a lot of people were like, I can't believe that I'm watching, like, Puff Peach for, like, 9 games. It's just ridiculous, you know? Like, I don't want to be watching this. But to see, like, that kind of gameplay, and then, like, everybody is crying after and, like, so happy, and all the people that made top 8 take, like, a happy selfie together with Hungrybox to say, like, I'm so happy that he did it, even though, like, you know, I wanted to win, but I'm really happy for, like, Hungrybox. That's such a heartwarming story. I'm just really happy that Cammy got to experience, like, such a breadth of emotion, right? Because she saw the storyline where the hero wins with Hungrybox. She saw really the storyline where the hero loses, where Aura lost to Wizzy, and, like, how emotionally powerful it is. She saw, like, a crazy upset with Plup winning. She saw Mango beat Cody in, like, a set where it's like, oh my god, Mango! And everybody's on their feet. Everyone's so excited. She saw Mango fizzle out and lose to Hungrybox. She saw super fast gameplay with Cody. She saw super slow gameplay with Wizzy and Hungrybox and Triff. So she really experienced, like, a breadth of gameplay. And I also brought up to her that in top 8, it was 2 Foxes, 2 Captain Falcons, a Falco, a Pikachu, a Jigglypuff, and a Peach. I don't think I'm missing anyone, right? I don't think I'm missing anyone. But, like, that's a huge character diversity in this game that is over 20 years old. And, like, everyone knows who the best character is, right? But it's such a beautiful game, and people have pushed it so far, and the characters are so well designed that we're, you know, 20 years out, and all these characters are still here. And we almost had, instead of one of the Foxes, a Donkey Kong, right? Like, it's just crazy. In the top 4, it was Puff, Peach, Falcon, and Falco. Like, there's no Fox. There's no Marth. But, I mean, granted, Zayn, like, didn't attend the tournament. Also, granted, Zayn may have beaten Hungrybox and kept this dream dead. But, it was just like a crazy, it was a great tournament to watch. It was just awesome. And I'm so happy that I got to share this with her, and that we got to hang out together. And I'm so happy that she had a good time, and that she was getting into it, and that she was excited. So, I mean, honest to goodness, I'm so grateful. I'm so emotional about it. Like, I want to cry talking about this right now. It was just the best weekend ever. And, you know, I'm so happy. The only thing that could make it better right now is if I was eating another Laffy Taffy. I'm kidding. And another thing that was fun was Elliot went. There are many things that could make it better. I could be hanging out with Cammy, I could be hanging out with Kenzie, I could be hanging out with Dusty, I could be hanging out with Maya, I could be hanging out with Linus, I could be hanging out with Gabe, I could be hanging out with my dad, I could be hanging out with many, many people that would make this weekend better. I could also be playing Mario Kart right now with Cammy. That's what I really want. I want to be playing Mario Kart. Or Smash. I want to play Melee with people. But basically what I'm saying is, great weekend. Elliot attended Genesis, and it was funny because he didn't have a controller, so we just said come borrow one from the gaming room. So he went and got one from the gaming room, but then he did end up buying a controller. Whoa, coyote! He's going so fast. That's crazy. That was a really fast coyote. He must be frightened of something. But Elliot attended, and we let him take a controller from the game room. He bought his own controller. He got it signed. He was so excited and starstruck, and he was walking around and talking to so many people. He ended up flying back on the same flight as Ludwig, so we took a picture with him. And so it was just cool. It was sick. He had a great time, and it was awesome to hear that he had a great time. He was texting me a bunch of stuff that was so cute, because he's new, he was watching this Hungrybox set, and he was dude, Hungrybox just has the will to win, this is awesome, you gotta be watching this. And some of the stuff he was saying was a little bit uninformed, and because of that, not incorrect, but not what I would have taken from the experience, right? He messaged me the casters are saying that Hungrybox isn't playing that well, but he just has the will to win, and that's how he's still doing it. And it's well, I mean, I don't know that that's how I would read this situation. I think the problem is his will to win, when he's fighting against Peach. I think really he's so skilled that he can kind of hold his own, but it's showing that he only really has a desperation to win in the last stock, right? Because it's a grueling matchup, blah blah blah. Point is, I don't think I necessarily agree with his take, but it was cute to see him be so invested, and he was you have to tell me you're watching this cinema, and I was oh my god, this is so awesome. And also, yes, of course I'm watching. It's freaking top 8 at Genesis. But yeah, watching with Cammy also made me watch more of it. So usually if it's HBox and someone else, for HBox Wizzy or Triff Wizzy, I would have turned it off when Mango lost. Or not turned it off, but stopped watching so much and started playing myself, and then just had it on in the background, I would have just had it on in the background, but because I was watching with Cammy, we were watching everything. And it was really fun to do that. And I'm glad we did, because it was it was so beautiful with so many storylines and so many cool moments. It was just awesome, man. It was great. It was great. I had such a good time. And she did too, and that means just absolutely the world to me. I am smitten. I am so in love, it's unbelievable. And she really just made it the best weekend in the world, and I love her so much. So a big everybody comment below, we love Cammy, because I'm sure all of you love Cammy, and I love Cammy the most. So everybody comment below, we love Cammy. Comment below, we love Cammy. And anyways, guys, I know it was a bit of a short one, but I'm there now. I've arrived at my college, so make sure to subscribe, do all that great stuff, and yes, goodbye. The strawberry orange Laffy Taffy is really good.